Hey guys, Lytane here, and this is just a quick little update saying that I'm about to go into surgery. I'm filming this in advance, just so everybody knows that I'm going to go into surgery, which may halt some of the Is It Worth It and other videos that I'm going to be uploading for a while because I don't know how I'm going to be feeling directly after surgery. So with that, I thought I would do a little video here, just tide you guys over, and do a mini Is It Worth It. Most of this is completely unscripted because literally just thought of this idea right now. Thanks, Pass Paul, you really are on the ball for this. So let's get into it. The reason why I wanted to do this as a mini review is that I wanted to talk about this game before, but I just never got a chance to, and there wasn't really that much to say, and it couldn't fill up a whole episode, so I thought I'll scrap it and I'll do another one. So today on Is It Quickly Worth It, I'm going to be looking at a game called Super Swiv for the Super Nintendo. Super Swiv is an arcade shooter that was ported onto the Super Nintendo all the way back in 1993. In this game, you play as two pilots, one that's in a tank and one that's in a helicopter. Your goal for every level is to kill all the bad guys just like in any arcade shooter, get to the end, and defeat the boss before moving on to the next level. While there is a semblance of a story in this game, it is definitely not the focus at all, because honestly, it's barely even there. I enjoy this type of game series, but they are often very, very hard, and this one is no exception. Whilst the first level starts off pretty easy, the difficulty really ramps up, and while it's not to the scale at some of those later titles that came out, especially in Japan, this one does hold its own in terms of difficulty. When playing through this game, you get to either be the tank or the helicopter, and both of their pros and cons. The tank can shoot in all different directions, but he is limited to the ground, which means that he has to travel around objects and around enemies if he wants to get through them. The helicopter, however, flies over everything, so it doesn't worry about the terrain, but it can only shoot forward, nothing on its side, so if anything's coming at you from the side, picking one over the other isn't really better or worse, it's just determined on your playstyle. But I will say that if you play this game with a friend and one of you is the tank and one of you is the helicopter, you get the best out of both worlds. This game as a single player is incredibly difficult and not terribly fun, but when you play it as a multiplayer game, the whole game opens up and you have so much fun. You and a friend battling through these endless hordes of enemies and tanks and just rockets and all this crazy stuff that's going on the screen. You really feel accomplished when you and your friend get through this game together. Like you as the tank going underneath the helicopter and shooting the enemies for the side just so the helicopter can survive, or the helicopter getting around an obstacle to shoot an enemy that is shooting at you diagonally and you just can't hit. Things like that really make this game shine. The art style for this game is also pretty cool. I like the vibrant colors and the all different worlds look very unique. You can easily tell which are your bullets and which are the enemy bullets, though when it starts getting a little bit chaotic later in the game, it is really hard to tell what's going on the screen, but that's just a common flaw in most of these types of games. The control scheme is very simple, just with a move, fire, and a special button, and that's practically all you'll need. While the music to this game isn't terribly bad, I find it extremely forgettable, and honestly, it is not really worth going through and listening to the soundtrack. Aside from a few upbeat kind of like tunes that get you in the moment, this game's soundtrack, sadly, not very good. Super Swiv is worth it with a friend. Yes, that's right. This game is only worth it if you play it with a friend. Simply playing it by yourself, this game is pretty dull and boring, but playing it with a friend and going through all these different missions with them makes this game so much more fun. When you're playing by yourself, you don't get to share the experience of dodging all those crazy bullets or blowing up things and all the explosions and stupid power-ups that you can get. So I'd only recommend this game if you have a buddy playing it on your couch with you. So guys, tell me in the comments below what you thought about Super Swiv. Most people have no idea what it is, but if I can educate at least one person out there to shine a light on this game to play with a friend, then I'll be doing this world a service. Honestly, go check it out and tell me what you thought about the game in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye.